new channel here. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Some feedback loop going on here, huh? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Feedback loop going on here, huh? What's up, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, buddy. We're going to be playing some Hunter Call of the Wild. Talking about the hypocrisy of the left. Maybe I'll turn it around. Do you guys want to see me play, or do you just want me to look at my ugly face? What should I do here? I've tried to like set up something to where I can get the best of both worlds, and I'd stream from my PC, but then I don't get any views, you know, because if you stream in the 916 format, then the algorithm will automatically boost you up, you know. Nah, but I used to be a lot less uglier. That could be true. I got some city miles on me, man. Let's not sugarcoat it. I'm not ugly, but I am beautiful. Trying to get into some Hunter Call of the Wild. Just relaxing, hunting, a little bit of coffee, you know. Waking up, playing some damn hunting, catching me some whitetail, maybe a moose or two. I don't even know, there might be a bear involved. There we go. I don't know why it's been taking so long to load up. I'd play Doom. Nah, man, to be honest with you, I'm not okay. Not doing okay. It's been a weird week. And maybe I can get you guys higher. If I can find a box or something, man, I can get you guys up there, dude. Hold up a second, man. I think I can do this here, man. One shot, guys. I have no idea. This is going to be very unstable here. Holy shit, now we got to point it down, huh? Is that better? You guys get to see everything now. Alright. Man, that picture's dope. It's Proverbidiums. It's very awesome. That works a little better, huh? No, I've not played League of Legends yet. Nope. Let me get you guys in a little bit here. I can scoop this in. Hopefully it all doesn't topple over. This is not some kind of professional setup. We got like a garbage can with a box. I've got my Launchpad Pro holding a pencil holder that's holding a phone. Now that's some stuff right there, huh? New blue tie, man. Thanks for asking how I'm doing. How are you doing, man? Are you doing okay? People don't ask how people are doing these days. Not in a meaningful way. I feel like you meant it. And I'm doing okay. I'm very blessed. I don't have an abundance of what everything I need, but I have what I need, which is probably good because I'm a person that needs to struggle. Without struggle, I'm not happy. If I find that I have just everything taken care of for me, I become a miserable person. So I got to go through some struggles. You know, my mom just went through some surgery. She's out today in post-op. She hasn't called me back or anything. So I was kind of waiting for that, dude. It was a big surgery too, man. A reverse shoulder replacement. If you haven't seen, like, go watch a 3D animation of the reverse shoulder replacement. They just like saw off the top half of your arm bone. You know, reverse means they take the part where your arm used to go into the socket like this, and they switch it. So they cut the ball off here and they turn it into a catcher. I don't even know the right terms. Socket, and then they take the socket off the other side and turn it into a ball, and they go back the other way. That shit's crazy, dude. And you got like all these nerves and all these, got the arteries running down that area. League of Legends, man. I don't know. I guess I could get on there and check it out. Let me see if I can get you guys a little bit this way. A little more game and a little more face, huh? How does that look over there? A little to the side a little bit more. Get this. This is my patented trash can box Launchpad Pro pencil holder stand. Most of it's cheap except for the Launchpad Pro. Yeah. So the stream is about Charlie Kirk. And I am upset. I'm upset with everybody. Now I have a Make America Great Again hat on, but I wouldn't say I'm a Trump fan. Reluctantly, it's the lesser of the two evils. Alright. I can't see shit with those glasses on. They're polarized, man. Alright, what time is it here? Let's see what time it is here. 12:29 in the afternoon. I just heard a moose. I don't know where it was at. Holy shit, did you see that? Did you hear that, guys? Oh my god. Help us. We're about to shoot that thing. He's close. He's like probably over in this little field over here, huh? Let's go ahead and get down. Pretty sure that was a mating call of a wild moose. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I make the same sounds in the morning when I'm, when sometimes you would just wake up with that, that redwood forest situation, morning missile crisis, if you will. And my poor wife will have to listen to something that sounds just like that. I sound just like a moose, man. Since I'm like a herding. It's like hurts. Oh, there he is. He's running. Holy shit. Oh, shot him in his butt. Shot him in his butt. Did you see that? Shot him in his butt. So excited about that. I didn't even get out of my home. I was like still in the home area. Get some horny mooses around me. I give off that kind of vibe though. I attract big moose. You ever seen a moose in real life, man? Like, that they're big. But when you see one, you're like, holy shit, I mean, that's like a mythical creature. And the antlers are all like velvety and shit. I mean, the ones I seen, I don't know if they might knock them off like deer and stuff too. I don't really know. Shooting his butt over here. Let's send the dog out. Let's send the dog out on this. Let's get some tracks here. You smell right where I shot him in his butt. I got a moose swing. Dog's taking off on a track here. Oh shit, there he is. Shot him. Oh shit, reload. Man, that reload jacked me, man. Worse shit. Dog's got a trail though. I think he's kind of curling back over that way, huh? Might have been the same moose. There was a big one there, dude. It was like a nice one, man, like a really like rare one. Very fresh. Oh shit, I was watching the stream. I ran into a tree. Let's see if I can get you guys a little better view of the TV here. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can change this up. Oh yeah, look at that, man. That's pretty much the whole frame right there. There you guys go. That's a lot better, man, huh? Yeah. Glare off the TV. See if that helps. Brandon, Browns or the Ravens? You talking football? I don't know, man. Is the Browns? Listen, I'm gonna base this off of like some really silly shit. This is the way my brain thinks. I don't really like football. I didn't like football. I haven't liked football since like Montana, Dan Marino. Yeah, man. I'm old school. I used to have all those cars. Oh shit, there's a dead moose right there. Look at that. A little bitch moose. Bitch ass moose. Going for the daddy moose, man. And there's a nice one too. Like, we're on the trail of something really nice. That's why I'm moving really slow, because I know I'm about to get a nice one, dude. Alright, shut up, dog. Yeah, little bitch moose. What you gonna do? I took the shot. I'll shoot the first thing. I mean, I don't, you know, I mean, I have no self control. Do you need to know? I need to know the picks. I don't know, man. Go with the Browns, man. I would say only because I think they ain't. I don't like the Ravens uniforms. It just says bitch ass to me. That's the only reason why I'm picking that. So yeah, there's no logical reason for why. So I wouldn't go make some bets off of my decision. I don't know why you need to know why where I'm at on that. Yeah, where are you guys at, huh? Turn you guys around. Maybe put you right in the front, huh? Oh snap! There we go. Probably get more views this way. You guys don't want to watch me hunt, huh? Go with the Browns, baby. Go with the Browns. Yeah, I should, what should I do for you guys, man, for sound, huh? How do I get in the, there we go. I feel like I should have some, man, it's just so sad you can't just, like, play music. So you're gonna bet on the Browns? Is that what we're going with? I need to know the picks, baby. I mean, you know you get a 50-50 chance. I mean, sometimes I just go with weird guts. I mean, it's good enough for me, man. Alright, so is my dog finding something, or what's happening here? Alright. I wish I could dual screen you guys. Yeah. Maybe I'll figure out OBS on... Man, I just don't think it's the same. It's kind of weird, man. I think just streaming from the PC, even if it's in whatever format that you do, that it's just not going to get the same algorithm push, dude, as, you know, directly streaming from a phone. I think we should have some, should get some little rabbits. I mean, should I take the rabbit? You know, I'm on to some big things here, guys. I'm not going to take the rabbit. But he is right there. And he's like taunting me. Definitely taunting me. Trying to get it to one of these little spots so I can see which kind of fur type it is. I think I see him like a two-toned or piebald. I'm not quite sure. I'm playing Hunter Call of the Wild on the other side, if anybody doesn't know what's happening, man. Deborah Strocker. I'm here. It's nice to see you. I'm glad that you are here. I'm happy. I'm glad that you're here. Deborah, what's your favorite food? And where are you from? Like, not like pinpoint, you know, I'm not some creep. I don't even know exactly where you're from. It could just be like, like, I'm not from the Midwest. I'm Southern, so I just call myself Southern. But I'm sort of a Midwestern too. And I'm also kind of a Portlander too. I don't know. I lived out in the Northwest for a while. I don't know. I got a lot in me. I also spent a bunch of time in Louisiana area eating that bodine, or however the hell they say it. Favorite food's kind of hard, man. I'm sitting there thinking, like, what would be my answer? It's so hard. Look at that bird. I'm gonna get him. Come on, here we go. Oof. It's running. Cottontail. That's a nice little bird, though. Got me a nice little bird. Oregon coast. Oh, nice, man. Yeah. I lived in Hood River for the longest time. I lived in Portland. Lived in White Salmon. Just along the river over there on the other side of the mountain range. Worked on top of Mount Hood. Mount Hood Meadows. Worked at a little bar called Horse Feathers in Hood River. Big Horse Brew Pub. Or Horse Feathers. I don't know why I gotta get all country when I say it like that. Damn, it just got me a nice bird, man. Look at this. I wish I could you guys around here. It's a nice little beauty right there, man. Just shot that guy. Right like that. Caught him right in the old buttocks. Little butt shot, huh? Yeah. Not too bad. Not too shabby, huh? Yeah, where you guys at? Let's spin this around here. There we go. Pizza, Oregon coast. Been to Hood River? I love wood. I'm never going to leave. That's a weird statement. You might want to elaborate. You know, just gonna drop that. I love wood. I'm never gonna leave. Why? Why? Thank you. I'm married. That's funny. There's blood trail right here. I'm on something right here. 25%, 50% here. And I've got part of track. Hopefully it's something nice. I don't know what I shot at. Pizza, man. I don't know. I just had a bunch of pizza. I mean, pizza's good. There's so many different types of pizza, and I just went to a fancy pizza place last night, and yeah, man, I do like pizza, man. There's a lot of different ways to make pizza, and I lived with somebody from Denmark too, and they made like this Danish version of pizza, and that shit was really good. Like a very healthy kind of style too. But is pizza my favorite food, though? I don't know, it's tough on that. It's up there. What's up, C. Ren? What's your favorite food? I can't free them, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't do it. And I'm pretty sure nobody in my audience can either, but, you know, I want everybody to be free. you know? And we're all kind of trapped in some kind of a way, you know? I mean, all of us. We're all in some kind of a weird prison. Holy shit. There's a bear in front of me. Oh my god. That scared the dick out of me, man. I'm sitting there just trying to drink my coffee, thinking about some weird stuff. Thinking about freaking Palestine. Oh, that bear's gone. I then spooked it. I'm on a blood trail anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This guy's about to die. Oh, you know why? It's my the wind is heading right towards him too. The wind's heading right towards the bear. Sebren, what's your favorite food? And what kind of area are you from? Are you from Palestine? I got some Palestine friends on here. Mickey Sticky. Mickey Sticky is a YouTuber. Does a lot of just short comedy stuff, man. Uploads a whole bunch, man. So you always get something good. He gets a little political every once in a while, but it's kind of his homeland, so I understand it, man. Sometimes he lets his emotions get the best of him, but I think we all do, you know. It's only human. I like the guy. Yeah, the rest of you cats too, man. Are there just bots in here, or you guys want to tell me what your favorite food is, man? Sometimes I like to learn like a new recipe from somewhere weird, man. You guys will like mention something very odd and unique, and then my next question will be like, all right, well, how do you make it? Because I'm a chef, so I'm very handy in the kitchen. You don't need to give me super details either, because you just be like, hey, you take this, 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 and this, and I'm like, all right, I got methods down, you know, so you don't gotta go overly explain to me like I'm some child. So I'll make it easy for you. All right, I think I lost my trail, dude. Here we go, back on track here. Man, we had a bunch of people in the chat the other day. A bunch of mean people. Which is, you know, kind of funny to witness sometimes. The response from some people has been absolutely crazy. And what I thought was weird is like last night we had found out that that Tyler guy, his parents were, was a sheriff, and I don't know if they confirmed that they were Republicans or if they just kind of just assumed that he was because his dad was a sheriff, and I don't even know if he lives with his parents anymore, but it seemed like they were like, aha, aha. It was like a weird gotcha moment for them, which I just don't understand what the gotcha is. It's like, okay, well, that gives us the reason to celebrate now because he was on your football team. This whole bread and circus. You have to be on one side or the other. And if you don't agree with everything on this side, then you are automatically lumped in with the other people, Like, I don't agree with the right side either, dude. I hate Republicans. They did 9/11. But I mean, since I just believe in conspiracy theories, that automatically makes me a far-right extremist, fascist, Yahtzee player. Yes, tell me what you have for me. I'm in a serious situation. I can't be specific, but what do you feel? That's a kind of couple different. I feel like you're having like multiple conversations in that one sentence, and you're jumped in the middle of the conversation on each part of your sentence, and I can't really quite. Or maybe you're like talking about something like it's probably a little backed up to you, probably like a minute, you know. So like maybe when you respond, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Tell me what you have for me. I don't know what I've got for you. What are you talking about, like foods? A recipe? I'm in a serious situation. Are you okay? I mean, that'd be my first question. I can't be specific. Well, just put up a couple numbers. Put up a two if you, you know, give us a sign if you need like immediate help. And what do I feel? You can't be specific, but what do you feel? I mean, I'm feeling a little blessed this morning. I feel like I'd like to get a phone call from my mom just to make sure she's all right. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're doing all right. You don't have to get specific. You could just tell a vague story. Most people do that anyway. Case in point. Wish I could do dual cameras somehow. Have like a small little section of like what I'm playing. Willie Williams comes in here with a joke. He knocks it out with a home run with a little joke about my fancy little hat here, and he goes, "Where is Waldo?" I don't even have a striped shirt on. But I got some Where's Waldo books if you're like really interested. I look at them quite often. They're not for me, they're for the kids. Yeah, whatever. No, you're fine. I'm just, I'm thick skinned, buddy, man. I'm Gen X. I can handle it all. It was actually just, I could tell. I don't know. I don't mind a good stabbing, and that was very. I don't know. It's nice. I don't know. There's nothing mean about that at all. Not even a smidgen of immoral statement or anything. It's funny. You made an observation. I can't. As I look up over at the stream, I'm like, psh, and there's stripes behind me. So it's like there is stripes in the picture that you're looking at, and then I have a red hat on. So yeah, man, like looking over there and saying like, oh, Waldo, this fucking, this Waldo guy with a biscuit neck, looking like a giraffe over here. You know, I can take it. I just wanted to add on to that. Now I made it an insult. We get physical here. Damn, that's some really good coffee. Salted caramel. But I don't like I can't do like the flavored stuff full. So I'll take some garbage Folgers and then like a thing of the salted caramel good stuff, man, and I'll mix it all together. And if you get the blend just right, oh, yeah, it comes out just right. You got a little bit of dirt coffee and a little bit of the good stuff. Perfect. I had it perfect today. It's a good day. And my poor wife had to go to work on Saturday. I feel for her, but oh darn, man, I got the whole house to myself all day. It makes me so sad. I have no idea how I can celebrate this. Obviously, I'm sort of happy about it, man. I haven't had like a day with a house to myself in a long time. And I think my son just went to work too, so, you know, I don't know. It's CBD. Settle down. Settle down. So Willie, man, what's your favorite meal, man? I always like, I don't know, it's like a conversation. I don't know where you're from, but Willie Williams. I'm just gonna guess you're from the South, man. I don't know why. I just Willie Williams sounds like something somewhere in Kentucky. Like if you were like, I live in Paducah, Kentucky. I'm like, hey, right on, bro. I knew it. Hi, bye. Hi, bye. Yeah, man. Jeez, I never even. I'm not a Republican, and I'm definitely not racist or whatever you're saying. Proud Boys. I don't even know what that is, man. I'm not gay. I don't do the pride thing, man. I mean, it's okay to be gay, I guess. You should do it in silence in your own, like, area. Yeah, I knew a lot of gay people. I used to get DJ at a gay bar called The Bottom Line in Fort Myers. The gay people love me. And they're really fun. I miss it when gay people knew that it was like taboo to be gay. Like they liked it, dude. They liked pushing people's buttons and everybody looking at them weird. And nowadays they're all like sissies about it. I can't believe you're looking at me weird. It's because you fucking look weird. You know what I'm saying? Like if I like to look weird, I like to go out and be a little weird. I want people to look at me weird. I'm not gonna be upset that you're looking at me weird. It's my goal. I used to have like the big things in my ear and stuff like that, piercings all over me. I lived in Portland for a long time. Back when Portland wasn't a little bitch. Portland wasn't a little shithole. I mean, it was still kind of a shithole. There was always heroin problems there, but I don't know. Even the homeless people had a different vibe. Now you got that fentanyl shit. It's not the same. Heroin addicts, they had like a little nod, but most of the time you could. It didn't look like that in the streets, man. uh, nah, man, let Christopher Bristol speak, man. You know, put him down on a watch list. That's the kind of guy that's gonna shoot me. You know, they shine their true colors. You know, he's all like celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and everything like that. He's like, yes. You know, that's where Christopher Bristol's doing right now. Nah, it's not meth, man. I was riding my bike when I was younger, and I hit a steel line that somebody put up across the track, dude. I don't know if it was somebody like maliciously um, trying to sabotage our trail or something like that. We never found out, but yeah, it clotheslined me really good, and it's messed up my mouth forever. And I just had a whole bunch of stuff like pulled, and then I'm gonna be getting some pieces in, but it all has to be done in like small increments. I have to do it, and then I have to let it heal. So, thanks for picking on me and assuming that you know what's going on, but you're kind of an asshole. Thank you. My life is pretty decent. I'm okay. Even if I was a meth addict. I tried it once. I didn't like it. It burned really bad and it kept me up for 24 hours and didn't like it at all. I don't even feel like I was high. I just couldn't go to sleep. Disgusting. But thanks for being a dick. The next words out of your cockesophagus better be nice, or I'll just silence you. I'll let Christopher stay in here. Is that Bodine or Budney? I thought it said Bodine for a minute. Like shit, I was just talking about Bodine. I was gonna ask you if you were from New Orleans or that area. Alright, I'm heading north here. Let's see if I have anything more things to unlock. One way up here. Push Pendra Sharma. Hi, that's a very interesting name. Where are you from? And what's your favorite meal? I like to learn what people like to eat. I think it's a cool conversation breaker too, you know? People love food. I don't care where you're from. Your favorite food is always your favorite food. And most people like to talk about it. Or just like, what's the dish that represents your country or what kind, where you're from? I mean, I live in Wisconsin right now, man. If I'd say, like, if I had a dish to, like, represent, like what it'd be like to live in the, like, the wooded area of Wisconsin, it'd be like a prime rib steak sandwich on fat Texas toast bread with huge onion rings that are, like, super big. And then a thing of fried cheese curds made from some, like, local company. That's the Wisconsin meal. There we go. Where's the other punk at too, huh? Yeah, just ignorance, man. These people can go on a watch list. Yeah, that's right. I don't even have to kick people out, I just hide them. It's so much better. They can sit there and still run their mouth and support your channel. Is that how it goes? If I hide you? I guess you just sit there and you can still run your mouth if you wanted to. I wonder if that helps the channel still. Does that still promote the channel? Or, I don't know. Hide and ban. I don't know. The hide goes both ways. It's not kicking them out. It's very weird wording YouTube uses. I gotta go to work at some point in time. Sooner the better. Like doing a little hunting right here though, huh? Let's spin you guys back around. You can watch me hunting. There you go. Good spot, you guys. Alright, I've got to try to get into the little house. So I'm up right here right now. I'm going to try to get all the way over here, so I'm going to put my mark down. Putting my mark down, baby. And that puts me going this way. 1.6 miles. Yeah. Sharma still in here? Thought we were going to talk about where you're from. What's your favorite food? Oh, look at all the ducks. We got some ducks in the air here. And they just look like they want to get shot, too. Honestly. Oh, that's the wrong call, baby. Ain't no duck. Oh, it is a mallard. Okay. It just sounded weird at first. Here we go. Quack, quack, quack. There's gotta be some ducks like up on the other side of that hill. I ain't fucking with the ducks though, man. Quack, quack. Oh, they're down here, huh? Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm gonna try to get some duck here. They're flying all over me, man. Alright, whatever. Come on, dog, let's go. Oh, they were coming in. Bang! I should have took that shot. I never land one, man. Not unless they're flying in. It's like every time they're flying out, it's like they're gonna let me get one. I'm lucky I get the run down this thing and I'll get hurt. Look at that. Oh, man. Yo, man, my feet. Making no footstep noises. I gotta reset the game here, man. Or fast travel somewhere. Sometimes you'll load in and you'll start walking and you can't hear your footsteps, man. So if I start walking, see, now I hear them. And every time it does that glitch, if you look down over here, you'll see that your noise meter is actually way louder than it should be. So, having no footsteps is great, man. That'd be cool. I wouldn't even complain about that. Walking around in silence would be great for me. But having the noise meter going up twice as high, that's the problem, man. You're spooking everything around you, and you can't even hear it. I can probably get one of these guys to land here. This would be great. I like this. I'm gonna get some ducks to land down here. I'm gonna shoot them right by the flagpole. Ain't nothing more American than shooting a duck by a flagpole. Can I get an amen, brother? Amen. Come on, I'm getting these stupid ducks to land here. Come on in here. Get out of the way, dog. Fucking dog, man. Ran in my way twice, man. It's a beautiful duck. Look at that guy. It's a pretty duck. There's another one, wasn't there? I thought there was two. Isn't there just two? Oh. I swear I just had two. Some more ducks. Pretty much heading with the wind.
He was caught yesterday, and while his motives were clear from day one, just from his actions, not to mention the engravings on the bullet casings, interviews now have been conducted with his family and some former classmates, all clear as day what this clown believed and why he did it. But you won't believe what the lunatics online are claiming was his motivation. They're saying that he assassinated Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk wasn't right-wing enough. This is one of the most egregious lines that I've ever heard. They're claiming that he's a groiper. And he did this because he's a fan of right-wing streamer Nick Fuentes, who calls his fans groipers. It was like a relative of Pepe the Frog. Remember Pepe? I can't even keep up with this. Regular viewers know that I always have the receipts. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and check back on a regular basis because you won't find another channel like this. The liberal media is upset that we're calling them lunatics and that we're accurately pointing the finger at them for inciting these kinds of attacks against conservatives, the attempted assassination against President Trump, the attempted assassination against Republican members of Congress at the baseball game, which severely injured, almost killed Steve Scalise, remember that? But now, if you just call them lunatics, that is now inciting violence against them.
They may not be the majority, but the louder voices in our politics are, of course, engaging in blame for one another and ratcheting up the rhetoric rather than ratcheting it down, talking about the radical lunatic left and that left is evil and the left is this and that. While
yes, that's beyond evidence. Anyone with a brain knows that, which is why I titled my last book, The War on Conservatives. Let's get into the clear and obvious evidence that he is not a groyper, and you just have to see the kind of despicable lies that these people, and not just your typical anonymous whack jobs online are spreading, but some pretty big names in media.
Hey fascist, exclamation point.
That's what he carved on one of the bullet casings.
Catch, exclamation point.
Because he's anti-fascist, right? I mean, I don't need to explain this. This is just so obvious, but just wait.
A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao Ciao."
That inscription, Bella Ciao, appears to reference an Italian anti-Nazi folk song, which has been used in recent years on video games.
And the gripers are often called Nazis because they're pro-white and they don't worship Israel. And so a griper certainly wouldn't be calling Charlie Kirk a Nazi.
Robinson's voter registration doesn't show any political leaning. He registered as unaffiliated with any party and had not voted in the last 2 general elections. But he had recently become more political. A family member described what he said at a dinner.
In the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
A griper would not be upset with Charlie because they thought he was being hateful. In fact, many of them didn't like him because they thought that he was way too mild. This journalist from the London Guardian interviewed some of his high school friends, and they asked to remain anonymous, but they said that he was pretty left on everything. The only member of his family that was really leftist. Now, a lot of the people online are trying to paint him as a right-wing guy because he came from a conservative, pro-gun, pro-Trump family, okay? But that doesn't mean that someone is going to be the same ideology, have the same ideology as those in his family. Of course, the rest of the family was very hard Republican.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. And even if he was a Republican, you guys celebrating like that is fucking crazy. It doesn't matter where he came from, but you guys are like, well, since he's one here, we're justified for acting this way. There's no justification for acting that way. You can't sit there and go like, that's the reason why we're being little bitches.
The friend said that Robinson became more extreme in his political views and would always just be ranting and arguing about them. And because his grandmother is obviously having a hard time coming to grips with what a monster her grandson was, saying, oh, well, I just can't see he would ever do such a thing. So we have articles like this from the Daily Beast. MAGA may have been quick to point the finger at the left for Charlie Kirk's death, but Tyler Robinson's grandmother insists that they come from a family of Trump supporters. This from USA Today, Charlie Kirk shooting suspect doesn't fit MAGA's reckless political narrative. Oh, because, like, he's the only leftist in his family? Because I guess the USA Today has never heard of somebody having a different political view or becoming radicalized to the opposite direction that their family members are in. But now, for one of the most unbelievable lies that I've ever seen, coming from former MSNBC host David Schuster, whose biography on Twitter says that he works for the Young Turks now, and I can't even believe that they would put up with such nonsense. But John Buger is a big hypocrite, emphasis on the big, and on hypocrite. And he posted this, which has 6.5 million views because so many people shared it, so many people believe this, other people just can't believe that he would post such ridiculous garbage. According to Utah officials and police interviews with his family, Tyler Robinson hated Charlie Kirk because Kirk wasn't conservative enough. Literally nobody in the police or in his family has said that. Robinson reportedly admired Nick Fuentes. Again, nobody anywhere has said that. That's part of the investigation, part of the case, or part of his family, or his roommates. GOPers are now scrubbing X posts about Dems faster than DOJ erases Trump name in Epstein files. And here's another one of their pieces of fake evidence, with the claim that alleged Kirk shooter Tyler Robinson is a Nick Fuentes fueled Groyper because his mom posted this picture of him on Facebook, imitating a meme, wearing a tracksuit. It's about something I don't even get. I think it's like making fun of Eastern Europeans who always wear tracksuits or something. And so it was a meme. And so then some people made Pepe wearing the tracksuit, made Pepe doing the meme. And so that's their evidence. They think that he is imitating Pepe meme when it's exactly the opposite. The Pepe meme is imitating the original meme. Here's Charlie Kirk's shooter, a Groyper, a white nationalist, Christian anti-Semite, who is radicalized by Nicholas Fuentes, who has encouraged his fans to be indifferent to Trump's pro-Israel lobby. Well, I mean, okay, not indifferent. He criticizes the Israel lobby quite a bit, which is why the mainstream conservatives hate him, one of the reasons. This is your guy. All of you can effing introspect, get off our case. So deflection from the left, delusional posting, and many believing this fake news. So aside from David Schuster, former MSNBC host, current Young Turks host, spreading this fake news, we also have George Conway, who is a regular on the cable news networks, amplifying this nonsense. Groypers regularly confront mainstream conservative organizations like Turning Point USA, which is true, for failing to promote a truly America First agenda and not for being adequately pro-white. And he's saying that in response to the fake news that Tyler Robinson was probably a fan of Nick Fuentes and a member of the so-called Groyper Army. Again, just completely not true. And you can't always trust AI, despite Elon claiming that Grok is the most sophisticated artificial intelligence system in the world, because people were asking Grok, is he a Groyper? And Grok often just aggregates what people are posting on X. Okay, so if you know anything about Twitter, you know that most of the posts are like scribbles on a bathroom stall wall in a gas station. So now that's adding fuel to this fake news. Grok explains Tyler Robinson's political beliefs. Spoiler alert, he's a MAGA Groyper. Now, it is true that Nick Fuentes had a big problem with Charlie Kirk, ideologically. And in 2019, put out a call to action to his fans, the Groypers, to go and attend Charlie Kirk's events and then get up at the microphone and ask them questions, okay? Not to go and assassinate him, but to engage in a political debate. And they're the reason why these people showed up to this infamous clip, which I've showed a dozen times over the years, pressing Charlie Kirk on why he was rolling out this black gay diversity hire and then trying to prop him up in the conservative movement. So because Nick Fuentes has a very loyal audience of young Zoomers, teens and young adults, college kids, and did inspire them to show up and peacefully confront Charlie Kirk in debate during his events, they're trying to spin that as the, quote, evidence that Nick Fuentes was behind this. Well, here was his response to Charlie getting assassinated, and I haven't heard anybody on the left denounce, disavow, or discourage violence from their fans or people on their side like this.
This is a very delicate situation. This is a very delicate situation. I fear that this has set off a chain reaction. I pray to God there is no further violence. I pray to God that nobody else is hurt as a result of this. I hope that it stops here. It should stop here. To all of my followers, if you take up arms, I disavow you, I disown you in the strongest possible terms. That is not what we are about. And the same goes obviously for the other side. And I want to make that very clear. It would be a profound, moral, political mistake for anybody to take the bait and to engage in any kind of reprisal, retaliation, revenge. Remember, we are the good side. And what makes us good is that we have Christ.
Host of Timcast, Tim Poole, joins me now. Tim, we're awaiting Erica Kirk's remarks, which should be incredibly emotional, extremely powerful. In the meantime, tell us what you know about this shooter. Well, I know much of what you have reported, what everyone's reporting, the statements that were made to The Guardian that he was a leftist. Someone has posted a video claiming to have gone to school with him, and they called him your typical Redditor. And anybody who's familiar with the social platform Reddit knows it is dominated by liberal left ideology. But what's interesting now is there is this gaslighting campaign among prominent liberals to claim that this guy's actually a right-winger, that he's from a Christian conservative family who loved guns, and in fact, he attacks Charlie for not being conservative enough. And they've tried making similar claims pertaining to the man who tried to kill Donald Trump, Brooks, in Pennsylvania. But it is absolutely absurd. I've been dealing with this since the beginning of my career. I have dealt with physical assault attacks from the left, from violent extreme leftists. We call them the Black Bloc, back during Occupy Wall Street. This was covered extensively when I was actually championed by the left for documenting Occupy Wall Street, and I was physically attacked by leftists. Even to this day, the death threats that we receive, the security that I have to have every day, it's tremendous. And I don't see the same thing among my liberal counterparts. They don't require the same degree of security. So it's...
Good evening and welcome to a program devoted entirely to lefties losing it. And I regret to inform you that the weapon-grade craze is extra toxic this week because two deranged individuals have come together to spew insane lies. It's lefty losing it Hall of Famer Rosie O'Donnell and former CNN chief White House correspondent Jim Acosta. They are now reduced to this. Let's start with Mad Banshee Rosie's crazy claims about who else but Donald Trump.
He paid $1 billion to Jeffrey Epstein over the time of their friendship. $1 billion. You know, before he brings more troops into Chicago and harasses brown-skinned people, before he breaks more of the Constitution apart, before he starts having people get killed, we have to do something, America.
No,
And
I agree.
He agrees. Jim Acosta agrees. What is she suggesting there, Jim? More acts of violence, more riots, more assassination attempts? And let's not forget, Jim Acosta served as CNN's chief White House correspondent for years. But even he flinches here when Rosie calls the US president a pedophile. This is incredible. And Rosie, I hope for your sake, Donald Trump doesn't sue you for this slander, though you richly deserve it.
Wake up. Wake up. Our president is a serial pedophile rapist, and that's what he is. And in America, you're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to say what you think. That's what our country was founded on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh dear, Rosie, you are entitled to an opinion, but you're not entitled to spew your sick delusional fantasies when they involve defamation. There are legal remedies for that. Now to a current CNN anchor, Abby Phillips, who is schooled here about Social Security by Ben Shapiro. This is embarrassing.
But you're talking, hold on, when you're talking about the government paying, you're talking about Social Security, which is people's money?
Well, it's not the money you pay. It's
the system that they pay.
Well, no,
you're calling.
yes, but believe me, I pay a lot. I promise you, the amount that people are taking out is not the amount that is going in, which is why we are going bankrupt.
Okay, but it's not the government just handing out a blank check.
No, it's the government borrowing money. You pay in X dollars, and then you get multiple times X dollars when you retire. That is how the system works. It is not a lockbox.
Now to another former CNN anchor who is now producing their own online content, Don Lemon. Here he is with Democrat beta boy Harry Sisson, and they're coming to save democracy.
Beta boy. Don Lemon. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Now to another former
We're gonna watch
CNN
this
anchor
again.
who's now producing their own online content, Don Lemon. Here he is with Democrat
Don
beta
Lemon.
boy Harry Sisson, and they're coming to save democracy.
Lemon Sasson.
While we're on Don Lemon, did he put his foot caught in it with Democrat Sarah McBride, who is a man who identifies as a woman.
This is my car. I'm headed back to Delaware.
It is, dude. Do you have a Hemi in here? What is it?
This is a beautiful Chevy Equinox, American made.
You got a whole closet back there.
Dude, that's a misgender if I ever heard one. Straight to re-education camp for you, Don. And sticking with Don, he is out there trying to save democracy, he calls it, trying to whip up fear about Trump's law and order crackdown. But here a Maryland woman explains what happened to her family because of the lawlessness that's happening in big cities.
My husband was murdered 2 years ago, and nothing was ever done.
Murder where? At home?
Right out in front of her house.
Sorry.
It was a
Charlie
private
tried to
going
debate.
wrong, and they shot him in bed. Killed him
Charlie,
instantly,
all Charlie
so-
wanted was some open
But
discourse.
again, our lovely mayor didn't do nothing.
Did they ever find the perpetrator?
Nope.
You want to see it.
Yes, I want justice.
You want justice, and you would like to see the troops here in the national.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Poor Don is not having much luck on the street. Here he is in New York City.
How you doing, sir? Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, oh, that's very nice of
Yeah,
you to
nice to
say.
see you.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say, and I've heard a
Who
whole
you-
bunch of what you.
I'm glad you watched me.
No, I don't.
Why?
But you just get clipped everywhere.
I know, but why don't you? You said you don't watch me, but you know who I am, and I get clipped.
Before I realized that CNN and MSNBC were full of every once in a while I'd
What do
see
you watch?
I watch all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but why do you say CNN and MSNBC are full of
Because they're about
about what? Be
Everything.
specific. What's everything?
everything.
Now imagine you are in the great outdoors, enjoying the fresh air, enjoying the scenery, taking your dogs for a walk when this happens.
You didn't adopt them. You didn't save their lives. You don't care about them. You don't care about anyone but
Dude,
yourself.
you are crazy, lady.
Get away from me then. Get away from me.
You walked up to me.
Oh dear, all that because that poor guy had purebred dogs, so she was triggered because they weren't adopted, she assumed. Now, if you thought that woman had exhausted her reserves of crazy and indignant rage, well, you'd be wrong. So wrong.
Who are you talking to?
Help me, please. Please get this guy away from me.
Touch me, I will knock you out. You attack me, I have a right to defend myself.
Okay, listen. Get away from me now. This guy is harassing me. Look at his bred dogs. Look at what an unethical piece of this guy.
That's his mom.
He has to have bred dogs because he has a small penis.
You know, when people act that crazy, act that weird, one assumes that they're on something. Kind of how I felt when I saw this resurfaced vision of California Governor Gavin Newsom.
I've been on a journey like most people, feeling great, feeling stressed, feeling doubtful. The last 2 days, I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe the dust settling after Madison Square Garden. Seen how that went, kind of a roller coaster. Sometime in the last few days, and I'm telling you that Des Moines registered and young men, where Trump has put so much time and energy and this sort of bro culture fight and everything else, they don't vote at those numbers. And I think suburban
Guy's kind of a smooth devil. I can't believe they didn't use him, man.
something going on.
There was something going on, all right. Good Lord, dude, take it easy on the disco treats, as the kids say. Now, somehow we overlooked this charmer earlier in the year. Here is a lefty lady losing it because a Christian preacher dared to hold and share views she disagreed with.
You piss me the off.
Okay.
You don't belong here. This hateful doesn't belong here. And all of y'all that believe it, get your heads on straight. You are reason why we are falling apart as a country.
Yes.
And I don't want to hear. You know the percentage of that happens every fucking day.
Transcendent.
I don't want that.
Doesn't matter. You came to me in a public area.
Okay, so should I break the camera then?
Give me a break.
They always resort to violence or threats of violence, don't they? Let's give this lovely lass another chance, though. I'm sure she can make an argument without resorting to threat.
Ralph Perry, I mean, it's just such a weird thing, man. Just vote blue. I don't vote. I mean, first of all, I don't like Republicans either, man. I mean, they did 9/11, but you would just vote for anybody. If I just came out and said I was blue, you'd vote. I mean, it didn't matter. It wouldn't matter what I would say. You would vote for that. That's a weird mentality. It's worse than like thinking that Trump is our Lord and Savior somehow. I don't know, man. Just vote blue. Doesn't matter who it is. Don't even question them. It doesn't matter. As long as they're blue, vote for it. If you don't, then you're a fascist. Mm. I vote blue. Jesus loves you.
And violence. Here she tells a Christian preacher he's not really Christian because he's against abortion.
And I have no problem with Christians that actually act like Christians. That's not acting
How have I not been acting like a Christian? You've been coming here yelling at me.
You're anti-abortion, for one. It has nothing to do with you. Are you a woman?
No, I'm not.
Do you have a problem? No.
But in 2025, I could identify as it. You wouldn't be able to tell me otherwise.
Oh, so you're anti-trans, too.
So,
You just told me that.
anyways, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna ignore it. You wanna go to jail?
Time to check in with Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who is, for some reason, dressed like Prince here, and she wants you to know that she is a very serious lawmaker, but she's also ready to throw hands.
I want y'all to know that every day that I walk in the halls, regardless of whatever rhetoric they put out about me, I am a very serious lawmaker. At the same time, if you try me, you will find out. I don't want to put my thing because I am truly a black woman at the same time.
Here, Jasmine shows us what a serious thinker she is. She says this out loud on television, that law enforcement isn't there to prevent crimes. It's hard to fathom how idiotic this is, but it's Jasmine.
Law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening, per se.
Now, last night we spoke about the media's shameful silence on a horrific murder in North Carolina because it does not fit their preferred narratives. The brutal murder of a young Ukrainian woman would have never been properly exposed if not for platforms like X. And that has upset the likes of CNN Potato, Brian Stelter. He appears more horrified by the outrage about this murder than the crime itself.
The energy from pro-Trump activists, they picked up on this video from local news and ran with it. It's a little bit like the times when civil rights groups have raised attention about police-involved shootings. In this case, it is Trump-aligned influencers.
People still listen to this guy? Didn't he man, how's Down Limit and this guy still around? And do you guys like him? You guys listen to this shit like this? Those little bitch asses, man. I mean, don't you not want to be a bitch ass? I ain't saying the right's got it all, and I don't like President Trump, but he's a lot less of a bitch ass. Some of you guys are just little bitch asses. There's just no way around it. You can be like, but you little bitch asses.
Who are posting up a storm about this case on social media. Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. And it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman. The open racism on sites like that.
How does he make that statement? How can you sit there and make that kind of a statement with a straight face? It's the most biggest... What an oxymoron, dude. Go back for a second. I want to hear that one more time, man. It's the most... I mean, I've heard him say a lot. He said more stupid things than that, man. Let's get up there, though.
And more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman.
No, he killed her. he killed her and said, I got that white lady. Jesus. If you talk about it, you're racist. That's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy, dude. The left goes around fucking punching people and fucking antagonizing everybody, dude. And when you fucking like retaliate just even a little bit, a fraction of what they do, all of a sudden they're like, oh, look at what you're doing, you're so violent. Ah, man, we gotta detard this country, man. This country needs a good detardation. I don't know how you guys sit there. You guys sit there and just double down on this stuff? Triple down? It's gotta be exhausting to be on the left, dude. You have to like do so many different things and act so many different ways. And I'm sure none of you, some of you guys just don't like it. I think you guys are just so doubled down and just so in too deep. It would look so weird if you just came out and said that you were like, man, we've been brainwashed and we're sorry, man, you know?
The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping.
And we're going to have some shame.
Let's listen to this one more time. Let's listen to him say this one more time.
Trump-aligned influencers who are posting up a storm about this case on social media. Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. And it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol.
It's a symbol of big city crime. You mean because it happened in a big city and it was crime?
With MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration.
Yeah, because the guy fucking was in and out of the penitentiary system 12 different times. He had no business sitting out there unsupervised. Like a fucking wild animal that he is.
I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman.
He killed a white woman. And then stood up and said, I got that white girl. Maybe that's where it became racist, not the response to it. God, you people fucking are so stupid, man. I just can't believe you guys buy and double down on this shit.
The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping.
And we're going to have some shameful antics from CNN shortly. You will not believe how low they have sunk, but let's start tonight with the leader of the free world facing down demented protesters ruining everyone's dinner. President Trump was at Joe's Stone Crab in DC to enjoy a meal with VP JD Vance. Marco Rubio was there, Pete Hegseth.
Thank you. We have a safe city now. Let's go.
But it wasn't long until the usual suspects were ruining everyone's delicious crab meals with their crazed screeching about freeing DC, freeing Palestine, and they were also calling President Trump Hitler. Watch the president walk towards them as they made spectacles of themselves, now international spectacles. Now, here is a hint for the diabolically dumb women in that clip. If Trump was Hitler, if he was a modern-day dictator, you would never be seen again. You think you can scream insults to, I don't know, Xi Jinping or Kim Jong-un? If you did, you'd be in a labor camp or dead in quick time. Now to a delightful clash between Tucker Carlson and billionaire and dimwit Mark Cuban. Yes.
I think some of the left would benefit off of actually living in some kind of third world country or some communist country or something like that. I mean, they like it so much. Go over there and take a visit for like a year. And then come back. Shut the fuck up and be appreciative for what you have. Quit inventing problems. Making everybody worship your genitalia.
Is both unusual combination, I know. Here they are discussing funding for Ukraine.
Half my family's Ukrainian.
training from my grandparents. And so, personally, I think we should help. But I don't have a studied answer for you.
How much money have you sent to Ukraine?
None.
Oh, so what do you mean by we? You're the one whose family's from Ukraine. Like, why don't you send them $1 billion?
Because I'm trying to fix healthcare.
Well, why don't you fix their healthcare if you're like so deep? If you think we need to help, why don't you start? How about you first? I notice that's never like even an option for anybody. It's like, we need to help. That's not what charity is. Forcing other people to help is not charity. It's vanity.
Love that. We need more Carlson v. Cuban content in our lives. Now to another clash, but this one was very much one-sided despite the best efforts of MSNBC host.
Yeah, John Cashwell. I mean, I didn't see any story like that, but I mean, it doesn't surprise me, dude. They eat themselves. They all support what they hate. So when it comes down to it, they just start eating themselves. When one falls down, there's no helping each other on them. They'll just eat it. It's like Don Lemon and yeah, man, there's a good Don Lemon section and Brian Seltzer. I mean, they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, still talking. And it's just like, oh. But yeah, man, I don't. It doesn't surprise me that the Biden supporters, he can't get the funds. Shit, I feel like they still owe America for spending money on Nicki Minaj.
Mika Brzezinski, watch how borders are. Tom Homan demolishes her ridiculous claims and calls out her earlier misleading coverage of ICE operations.
I see on the show this morning you had Governor Healy talking about ICE doing enforcement operations at a church. False.
No, they were parked there. They did not do an operation there. She said they were parked in a public space legally.
But to say that and to push it out there puts fear in the immigrant community. So let me tell you what's happening.
To do that puts fear in the community. To park the ICE agent's vehicle
they're on a
near
public
church.
street.
They
They're
are
on a public street.
She
They're on
said
a public
that,
street
sir.
waiting to respond to a criminal alien release pulled aside the road. Let me tell you, in the last couple of days, what's happened in Boston. They arrested Victor Gomez Perez, a 33-year-old criminal alien from Guatemala, with charges of aggravated rape, assault and battery with dangerous weapon, indecent assault and battery on a victim 14 years or younger. They arrested Kaylee Espinosa, a 33-year-old criminal alien from Colombia, with charges of aggravated assault on a pregnant victim. They arrested Joshua Gonzalez, a 23-year-old criminal alien from Dominican Republic, with charges for trafficking heroin, morphine, opium, resisting police, disorderly conduct, and drug distribution. They also arrested Samuel Armando Barrera.
How dare you talk about him like that? You racist prick.
A 20-year-old criminal illegal alien from Guatemala pending charges for assault and battery on a child. This past year, I've seen innocent Americans raped and murdered by people who are not supposed to be here. So rather than going back and forth and say, well, ICE has got a car parked near a church, that is ridiculous.
Ridiculous indeed, but Mika was not done yet. Having hit rock bottom, she decided to start digging.
I would argue that actually the ICE vehicle parked outside a Spanish mass is a frightening sight, given what has happened in this country. I also, with respect, sir, thank you for the information.
You know, I don't understand, you know, like, who cares about that pregnant lady, you know, and everything else, you know, like, I don't understand, you know, like, you know, they're just trying to do their job. I mean, maybe that guy has changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did those things probably because you guys are keeping him down, you know? It's okay to incite violence and to stab pregnant ladies and stuff like that. If somebody is spewing hateful words at you, it's justified, really. I mean, you know, you go around saying hurtful things, you know, physical hurt is bound to happen to you, or it's going to escalate. I mean, what do you guys expect, you know?
That you have shared on this show, but we would appreciate all of the information, all of it, all of the data that you say you have.
I've done this show several times. Every time on your show,
Yeah, we'd appreciate all the data and all the information. Until then, we're just going to speculate like it's factual and just going to spit things out and get everybody all riled up. And by the time that we have to like correct ourselves, nobody will care because it was like last week's story. So it doesn't even matter. The damage has already been done. It's like calling somebody a rapist and having them go to jail and they get fired and everything else like that, and then find out like they didn't do anything and they get let out. Everybody still thinks that they're a rapist though, because you know that's 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 the what went through the streets.
I speak with integrity, I speak with honesty, and I speak with facts. The bottom line is, because all this false narrative, and you using the term disappearing people,
Well,
is
that's what's
disgusting.
happened. That happened to the group that essentially also.
She is determined to make a monumental fool of herself by repeating these debunked Democrat talking points. Even some Democrats, the sensible ones, have stopped making these claims, but not Mika and not MSNBC. They are going down with the ship.
Why a lot of these people have been disappeared. You say you have data. We would love to see it. The American people should see this data.
Well, here's the right up again, right? You just meant disappeared. That was a ridiculous thing to say.
Why?
Because ICE is doing the same thing we've done for decades. But because of the last 4 years, ICE wasn't allowed to enforce the law. But we're doing the same thing right now that we did when I started back in 1984. ICE agents are enforcing the laws enacted by Congress.
Now to CNN disgracing itself again by accusing Donald Trump of seizing on the murder of a young Ukrainian woman, a murder they have refused to cover until now.
Ukrainian refugees murder caught on camera. It is absolutely horrific. Trump is now seizing on this to push his nationwide crackdown.
And it gets worse. Have a listen to what CNN anchor Abby Phillip had to say. She seems to be more mad at Charlie Kirk for bringing attention to this sickening crime than the...
Well, I'm sorry for that little white Ukrainian. I mean, we didn't know that she was Ukrainian, I mean, if she stood up and maybe said that she was Ukrainian, we would know that she wasn't just a white woman. But until we know that, I mean, she's just a white woman. She shouldn't have sat there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you give the black guy his space. She came in there and crowded him all up, made him feel uncomfortable. Who knows, maybe she shot him a look or something like that, Gosh. Was she fully Ukrainian or was she like American Ukrainian, you know what I'm saying? Because then, she's a tainted little white woman. I don't know. I love the way you guys justify things.
Barbaric thug who killed an innocent woman.
When you are mentally ill, you have a hard time knowing that you are mentally ill. But also, I mean, people like...
When you're mentally ill, you have a hard time knowing you're mentally ill.
Charlie Kirk fan, they've been looking for opportunities to make this some sort of like reciprocal George Floyd situation. And
Reciprocal George Floyd? Yeah, man, George Floyd was a pillar of the community, man. I looked up to that guy. Man, you know what? He taught me so much, man. You remember that program, Helping Hands or Big Brother, George Floyd was my big brother, man. He showed me so many different things, man. I remember our first time learning how to cook crack cocaine. He's like, yeah, Chris, you're just going to put some baking soda in there. Yeah, man, it was such a great time, man. Getting high with Floyd was great. You know what I'm saying? What a pillar of the community, man. And yeah, you guys reciprocating Charlie Kirk's death as like a George Floyd thing. I mean, George Floyd did way better things for the community than it's ridiculous that you guys even think this way. The right has lost its mind.
That's the part that I think he's almost giving away the game, and it's sad to see a lot of people going along with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the sympathy for Kirk's death is baffling me, It's baffling me. I just don't know what you guys are getting at. I mean,
You know what? I'm almost speechless. Comparing that poor innocent woman to George Floyd is bad enough, but get ready to be truly disgusted. Here is Van Jones.
We don't know why that man did what he did. And for Charlie Kirk to say, we know he did it because she's white, when there's no evidence of that, it's just pure race mongering, hate mongering.
Didn't the guy get up and say, I got that white girl? I mean, I think he was. Well, isn't white girl a code name for heroin or cocaine on the streets? Maybe he killed her in the neck after she racially profiled him and then sat too close to him. You know what I'm saying? And she gave him a dirty look. Very racist vibes I get from that white woman. I mean, I can't prove it, but I mean, come on, she's white. First of all, you know she's racist. I don't even care if she's from Ukraine or not. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, he stood up and said that, but I mean, I think he was just talking about cocaine. I got that white girl, you know, because he sells cocaine. That's because, and he wouldn't have to sell cocaine if he wasn't being held down by the white man. You know, so honestly, I don't really know what those things. I mean, you know, it's just a coincidence that he yelled out, "I got that white girl." He's trying to make money because he's being held down by the white people. Can't you guys just see that?
Wrong. Then he says that if something like that had happened the other way, there would be sweeping changes imposed on society. Where is the George Floyd Policing Act? It didn't pass.
Well,
Yeah, you're right. Who said that over there? Prodigal Prince. Yeah, I'm just acting, man. I'm trying to pretend like I'm a leftist. It's hard, dude. Yeah, man. He didn't get shot because he went around with hate speech. He got shot because he spoke about things that they hate.
well, no evidence except the killer saying, "I got the white girl," and the fact that he was seated with 5 others around him who he didn't attack, who all happened to be black, but he targeted Irina pretty much as soon as she sat down in front of him.
Yeah, see, I got that white girl. He was just talking about some cocaine. I mean, every time I've heard a brother say something about like I got that white girl, he's either talking about like a big booty white girl or he's talking about cocaine. Um, yeah, man, I don't see how those two things even went along. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'd like to see it. I want to see that footage of her walking in on the subway again because she looked like she shot everybody a racist look. I'm surprised she even got on the train. I mean, she seemed like she'd be so racist that she wouldn't even get on a train with 5 brothers.
All of this had White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt fuming when she
Big
addressed
booty
the media earlier
bitches.
today.
Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina by a savage
All I gotta say is Caroline Leavitt's got some big titties.
career criminal. The most enraging and unacceptable part of this story is that her death was entirely preventable. DeCarlos Brown never should have been on that train that night. In fact, he should have been behind bars. Previously served 5 years in prison for a robbery with a deadly weapon charge. And he had also forfeited bonds 3 different times, twice in 2014 and once in 2023.
All I hear right there is a brother trying to make it being held down by the white man, you know? How can he be held accountable for his actions when he lives in a world full of white folks? And here we are right here. It's a white girl. I mean, she's got some big titties, but it's just a white girl telling us what's going on. I don't need to be woman-splained by some white nationalist.
Despite all of this past documented criminal history, when Brown was arrested yet again in January of this past year, a Democrat judge, I will add was a strong supporter of former Vice President Kamala Harris, released this insane criminal once again without requiring him to pay any bail. He simply had to sign a written promise to return for his court hearing. Think about how crazy it is to ask a career criminal, someone who by definition repeatedly breaks the law, to just sign a written promise and come back again another day. This is madness.
Well, I mean, as long as they're not white, I see, you know, or broke. I mean, rich white is one thing, you know. I mean, most of us ain't that rich, though.
And Caroline Leavitt had a message for those in the media who had refused to cover this shocking murder.
Free America for MAPEC. Father AFF. What's going on, big guy?
And perhaps most shamefully of all, the majority of the media Many outlets in this room decided that her murder was not worth reporting on originally because it does not fit a preferred narrative. Many of the journalists in this room spilled plenty of ink trying to smear Daniel Penny for defending a subway car from a deranged lunatic in New York City, but none of those same...
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna make a new song called "I'll Get That White Girl." I got that white girl. Ah, I got that white girl. Oh.
Reporters lift a finger to write stories about an actual murderer. Here's the truth that every American must know. Too many innocent people...
I mean, is it Israel, man? I mean, it could be, man. They're so silent. I don't know, man. I don't know who's got all the money, man. You think? Where's all the old money, man? The Vatican, dude? That's some crazy shit. That's old money and old stuff, man. Been there for a while. Swallowing up everything else. Things been around for a while. I don't know about Israel. Maybe they're connected somehow. I don't know, man. The truth would probably be stranger than anything that me and you could come up with. I mean, you might swing the ball and hit in the general vicinity of what the truth would be, but man, it'd probably scare the hell out of us, Father.
Across the country continue to pay the price of the failed experiment known as cashless bail.
Tonight's edition of Lefties will feature...
Damn, XF, man. You gonna come in swinging like that? That's how you coming in swinging? You need to go on a watch list, bro. We'll put you on a mark. We need to mark you, man. Let's put a mark on XF, man. We'll do some research on XF, see where he's at, get his email address, and yeah, man, try to get your... We need to put you on a list, bro. Jesus.
Some of the ugliness, some of the utter depravity that has followed the murder of Charlie Kirk, a thoroughly decent, principled man brutally murdered today, and the soulless fools of the...
Was it you? Are you the crippled person? Where did he touch you?
left were quick to celebrate.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
It's not... I mean, you hear the language? Well, let's diminish what happened. It's not something bad. It's not like Charlie got a cold, or someone went up there and, like, you know, like, threw some flour in his face, or tarred and feathered him or something like that, and embarrassing him in front of everybody. Like, that's a bad thing that would happen. And you know what? You could celebrate that. That'd be like, oh man, someone made a fool out of him somehow, you know? Like, that's... I mean... I'm hardcore. I'm Gen X, so I'm like, you know, like, yeah, let's prank people, you know? Like, if, you know, you don't like that side, I mean, you could prank them. There's going to be consequences to your actions. Like, I'm sure if you get physical with somebody, then you got to take that assault and battery charge and go to jail for 30 days and do 2 years of probation or something like that. But, I mean, it's kind of, sometimes that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's bad things happening to bad people, or bad things happening to people in general. But killing somebody, having your neck explode in front of everybody, that's not something that bad that happens to somebody. The language you guys use is just, man, you guys just hijack language till it like just means nothing. It's got to be exhausting to be on the left. Damn, it's exhausting to try to pretend to be one of you guys sometimes, and then just listen to you guys. It's like, what, how do you get that far?
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Well, breaking news, folks. Seems somebody just took a shot at one of the fastest favorite 5-mile wide mouthpieces, Charles Chuckle Kirk.
And sadly, the vile left has not been shy about showcasing their ugliness, their utter callous depravity.
Yeah, watch them. As they start coming in, they're going to start picking on me. They'll, like, pick out some physical features of me and start saying something. I got a redneck. I'm from the South. You know, yeah, they'll come in here and just start being super mean. They're so inclusive and so nice people, but they're the first one to be like, oh, absolutely crazy. No, I'm not on the right, man. No, I don't like Republicans. I don't vote Republican. I mean, I would more likely vote Republican, but reluctantly. And Republicans were in charge during 9/11, man. I'll never forget that. It's really hard on me, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they're both in bed together. I bet you like the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are controlled by the same thing, and it's all this bread and circus game. They let one side go, and then they just take it back and forth until they just get into this apex. It's this long con, you know. And now they got AI and Google to tell like when we're on that tipping point. But I think at the end of the day, they all shake hands behind a curtain, and we would all be surprised how dumb we actually are and how dumb we fall for this bread and circus. Both the left and the right, man. You know, looking up to President Trump like he's the Lord and Savior is pretty dangerous. But even more dangerous than that is just voting blue no matter what. I just vote blue. I don't even care what your policies are. I don't even care. I'm just gonna vote blue. I'm voting blue. Just that's way more dangerous. They're both dangerous. One is way more dangerous, man. You're so manipulatable at that point, man. All I gotta do is come out. You know what? I think if President Trump came out and he endorsed air, it's like, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Guess what? From now on out, I'm gonna call H2O Trump 2O, and I endorse air fully. Half the country would go and pass out. Honestly, that's how dumb you are.
This is what leftism does to your mind and soul.
Charlie Kirk got shot and killed. How do you feel?
Happy. Goodbye.
Wow. Did you see that Charlie Kirk just got shot and killed?
That's good.
Wow. That's good. That's good that people are getting shot just off a political view?
Charlie Kirk gets shot and killed today. We're just getting people's opinions. How do you feel about that?
Girl, someone had to do it.
Yeah, someone needs to go get Burnett's email and cross-reference it and put you on a list too, buddy. You're dangerous. You're a dangerous person. I wouldn't want to work next to you. You would let something fall on me, wouldn't you, R. Burnett? Kind of weird. Yeah, I think you people need to, like, be marked. Yeah. And I know how that sounds. I hate even saying that, something like that, but it's gotten to that point. I feel like if I was working next to one of you guys, you would let an accident happen to me. Like, you wouldn't let me know that thing was about to fall. You'd be like, yeah, the bolt's loose over there. I'm not going to say nothing to that guy. I'm going to let it fall on him and kill him. And I'm going to rejoice in this. You guys are dangerous, man. R. Burnett, let's get his email address and let's cross-reference that, man. Yeah, I know. Look at him. He's like something really, really heavy. Wish death upon me, like openly, Burnett. I love it.
That's how I feel.
It's just shining light. Like, every time you do that, you're shining light. And plus, you're over on my channel. You hate me so much, and you're like go support like somebody retarded like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Why are you over here being extra retarded? You know, hanging out with me? You're gonna come over here on my channel and my video and help push the algorithm on my video to help make me money to go on vacation or buy my e-bikes? You're really showing me.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty. I truly do. So you said someone had to do it.
Yes.
Try not to get all pulled up into that, but he was a misogynist. He was a disgusting person with disgusting beliefs.
Enough of that trash. Let's look at how the media professionals covered this tragic event, this act of domestic terrorism. Here is MSNBC.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized,
I don't know anything about sports. I hate football. I used to like it back with like Dan Marino and maybe John Elway and stuff like that. Tony Dorsett. But yeah, man, you probably do know more about sports than I do. Congratulations. Would you like a cookie?
don't know any of the full details of this. We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea.
Yeah, pretty sure we knew immediately it wasn't that. Charlie Kirk's supporters don't go around shooting their guns in celebration like they're attending some wedding in Iraq. And of course, MSNBC had to engage in victim blaming by calling Charlie divisive.
Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever.
Brett Lumpy Forehead likes to like give himself pats on the back. He creates a problem, solves it on his own, and then gives himself a pat on the back. Lumpy Forehead. I mean, I like it. Football has rainbows. It's scary. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Rainbow was a promise from God. I think we should start. I think President Trump should just dress the house in rainbows and come out with a rainbow suit on, and then every conservative and all the Republicans should just embrace some like rainbow colors and just ruin it for you guys. Ruin it for all the sissies, dude. They would just be infuriated by that. We'd all have to do it at once, though. We all have to come out like in rainbow gear and just embrace the rainbow and just ruin it for them. It'd be so smart. Same as if Trump came out and just endorsed air, because then you guys would just hold your breath, pass out. You wake up and hold your breath again, pass out. Yeah, I hate Trump. You fucking idiots.
Term you want to use? Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast.
But that was just stupid. What I'm about to play you is straight out depraved, disgusting commentary. This is Matthew Dowd again on MSNBC, not long after Charlie was shot.
He's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of...
They kicked this guy off for this, right? Didn't they? Didn't this guy, I think he had some repercussions from this, you know? It's not cancel culture, because that's what the left does. They just like to cancel. But what we're doing is called, you know, consequence culture, you know? Consequences for your actions that you did. And you should be able to say whatever you want. Except for shit like this, because it really tells you who you are, you know?
hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
That's how you guys justify it. That poor white girl that walked on the train shouldn't have looked at him like that. Matter of fact, she didn't even belong on a train full of brothers. This is brothers only section. And then she probably glanced up and looked at him. That's why he stabbed her in the neck 17 times. Stood up talking about, I got that white girl. But we already cleared that up because he was talking about drugs. He was like, I got that white girl, you know, because there was 5 other brothers on the train too. So, you know, just trying to make a sale, trying to make some money because the white man keeps on holding him down. And then same things like with Charlie Kirk, man. You know, you keep on going around talking about how you like God and you think that a boy should marry a girl and have a kid. Man, you know, you get what you...
And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
That was so...
Y'all love Epstein just like you like Trump. I don't even like Trump, man. I don't know why you guys gotta lump us into like it's you're either on one side or the other. That's not how our side works, man. You know, we're pretty much like there's a lot of us that get pushed over here just because we don't want to be on your side. There's no other place for us. You got to be on one or the other, and I can't just agree to everything and just vote blue. I don't like either one of them. Republicans did 9/11. Let's not forget that. Republicans did 9/11. Fuck Trump. Fuck Biden. Fuck Harris. They're all in they close the door and they all shake hands at the end of the day. They're playing the same game. And you guys eat up the bread and circus. But the problem is right now is how radicalized you guys come, and you're actually taking everything into like, oh, you looked at me, you said something, you believe in something, now I'm allowed to get physical. Yeah, man. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy logic. Anybody that thinks like that, you guys should be put on a list. They send you guys to a third world country for a year. Let you guys have to live with some real problems instead of inventing your own, trying to make everybody worship your genitalia. Fucking gross.
So vile, so hateful, and frankly deranged and dangerous that even MSNBC had to take.
You guys take these things out of context too. I think James Loopy, man, you are loopy first of all, and I mean, keep on trying to justify it. Let's get James Loopy's email address. Let's go ahead and cross-reference that guy too, man. Every time you guys come in here, man, I'm like marking you guys down, man, because I feel like you guys are dangerous. James Loopy is the kind of guy, like if you worked next to him and there was something falling and he knew that you were like didn't align with his views, he would let that thing fall on you and hurt you on purpose. Like we're working next to these people. Like I'm gonna like prevent something from falling on anybody. I don't care what your views are, but you guys would just let that thing fall. That's the difference between us. You guys are pieces of garbage, man.
Take some action, and they've sacked Matthew Dowd, but it's MSNBC. He may be back before the end of the month.
Jacob Hoyle, I couldn't handle what you do. Probably not. I think you juggle cocks and then you catch them in your cocksophagus. There's no way I could do that. Not man enough.
And the asinine commentary wasn't restricted to commentators on MSNBC. Governors joined in. Here is the rotund governor of crime-riddled Illinois, blaming President Trump, the man Charlie Kirk worked tirelessly to re-elect. Governor Pritzker.
Look how they come in the chat. They come in the chat with just slurs and insults. You guys keep on talking, but you're here supporting my channel and supporting me. And for that, I thank you. Each one of your comments helps YouTube push the algorithm up, and my views start getting better and better every time you comment. So thank you very much. I just appreciate it. Matter of fact, I dare you to say something again. I dare you. I dare you to say it again. So say it again. Nah, don't go calling them names, dude. You know? Duke, don't even like address them like they're barking dogs. Let them bark. Every time they bark, they help. They're actually helping push the video up, and we get more of us that are alike to get in here, and just let them bark, man. Don't stop for barking dogs. We just got to deal with them. You can't talk to them. You can't talk any sense into them. You just got to deal with them, and don't let them work next to you. Get them fired, because just like I said, they're a hazard. They're a hazard to be around. Let's cancel culture them. I don't want to work next to one because they're going to get me hurt. If there's a loose bolt or some kind of big box that's about to fall, they're going to let it fall on your head because you wore a red shirt. You know what I'm saying? And they think that you're an actual pedophile or Hitler. So they're gonna let you get hurt. These people are dangerous, man. Don't try to correct their comments. I don't need any moderators in here. I'm triggering them so I can get this response from them, so we can mark them, get their email addresses, cross-reference these people, go look at their profiles, and then see if we can catch them into some garbage. And then yeah, I'm being dirty long con stuff, dude. Like I'm gonna call your work and your job, try to get you fired. Yeah, man, I'm not playing nice. I'm behind the scenes dirty.
Blames Donald Trump for fomenting political violence.
Political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say
You're helping them listening
it's
to
got
me,
to stop.
though.
And
You're helping. You're here yelling at me, talking to me, telling me like, no one's gonna be listening to you. You see how much of an oxymoron you are? This is how you guys think. You double down on everything. We're not listening to you. You guys just prove how dumb you are just every time you talk. I love it, dude. I muted you. He's proven to me that he's not listening to me because he muted me. Are you 12 years old? Bro, go away, man. Now I think you're 12, man. I don't want to talk to you like some 12-year-old kid, man. Put you in timeout like a kid. Huh? There we go. Little kids. He's faking MAGA. I'm not a MAGA person. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't think Trump is the Lord and Savior, dude. I'm just triggering you guys, man. I don't know, man. There's some people on the left that I get along. I like the older left people. They're cool, man. They can actually have a conversation, like some of them. I mean, my neighbor, man, he's a cool old dude, man. He's diehard. I don't really think. I think secretly he would come to the other side. He's just. You get so far into it, like it's like a game, like a football team. It's like you got to be on the right or you got to be on the left. They're both stupid. But if you're somewhere in the middle, you automatically get pushed over there. So I have to be. I'm over there, man. Not by not because I want to be. It's the lesser of the two evils. But at the end of the day, they shake hands. Well, let's not forget, Republicans did 9/11. They were so in on it, man. Bush is so crazy, man. Bush Senior, man. That guy is like head of the CIA or something, man. That's Republicans for you right there. They're sneaky. They like to lube it all up. They'll lube it all up for you. This is Republicans. They're like, you take that, take that, take that. That's a Republican. Democrats, no lube, and they're just gonna be like, all right, let's get in there. Let's get in there. No lube at all, no spit or anything. A Democrat is gonna shove the pineapple right up your butt, dude. Republicans gonna spit on it. But they shake hands at the end of the day.
I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it.
But that nincompoop
Yeah, man, I ain't no liberal. I mean, I don't know, man. I got a lot of liberal kind of views, at least like the old liberal term. I want you to be able to do whatever the hell you want. I don't believe in it all. And people have been, dude. I mean, I don't know. I've been around I don't know. I just don't know where this victim mentality comes from, man. Victim hierarchy. I'm more victim than you are. You know what that is? That's people that are addicted to people going, "Aw, are you okay? Are you okay? Aw, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm here to help you. Are you okay? You've been so put down and you're so... Oh, they've been holding you down. You're not accountable for any of your actions. It's all these things that led up to this. This is why you're broken, and the universe owes you, and it got it wrong, and you need to correct the universe. You need to fix what the universe got wrong. I'm so sorry for you."
really mentioned the Minnesota shooter, the trans-identified lunatic who shot children in a Catholic school and wanted to kill Donald Trump. Yeah, it's Trump who was almost killed by an assassin's bullet who is to blame for leftist violence, not these Not these lefties losing it.
He insulted your wife.
Yes.
He down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
I don't know, man. I got 4,000 videos on my channel, man. I document a lot of stuff. Why don't you just go back there and try to get me with your aha moments, you know? I got proof of me. I don't go to your channel right now. You ain't got shit, no views. I got 4,000 videos that show you everything that I do. Once you go check that out, you'll see how many felony warrants. You should see it because I attack people. I attack liberals and stuff like that in my videos. Yeah, you should see how horrible of a person that I am. And you should go to watch them all and make sure that you find that. You need to find it so you can report it, you know? So why don't you go do all that work? You got to dig all through those videos. I mean, you're going to know. I mean, it ain't going to take you long because you're pretty smart. And Shady, you're right. It is 4.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the wall.
Yeah, man, don't talk about my mom. She just got out of surgery. She's down in Florida, man. Beat the shit out you fucking cocksophagus. She just got out of surgery, man. She's in post-op, man. Piece of shit. I'll silence you for that shit. Talking about people's moms. Fucking OPP. Put you in timeout like a little kid. I don't know. I never heard about any public executions. What are you talking about? You guys make shit up, dude. I feel like that'd have been a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know that. Are you still talking about that shit, dude? But no one gives a fuck about J6. You guys actually need to do another J6, but do it correctly. And both sides need to be on it. Fucking idiots.
About tonight. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And that's it from me. I'll see you Sunday morning for Outsiders. The media show is up next.
Damn, man. It's just too easy. And you know, the left is so dumb. They just keep doubling down. It's crazy. I mean, the right is stupid too, man. I'm sorry. Every time I say left, I don't pick on just the left, man. The right is just as dumb, okay? They're a bunch of dummies. President Trump is our Lord and Savior. That's dangerous. It's just not as dangerous as, like, I'll just vote blue for anything. Blah, blue. And you guys have the weirdest blind faith, and then you guys have the audacity to like talk about people worshiping Jesus and God. You're like, oh, look at that sky fairy. You're like, I just vote blue no matter what. You're like, you're worshiping a color, and if you're not worshiping a color, then you're worshiping your genitalia. Like, fuck, man, come on, dude.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. And we're going to have some shameful antics from CNN shortly.
They are stupid. That's the smartest thing you've said, Shady, so far. It is so dumb. It is so dumb that we think this. We're like, there's only 2 football teams, and you got to belong on one or the other. And you better. Who cares if the referee makes a bad call or if it's the right call? We're gonna lie and say he wasn't down. He had his foot on the line. He had his foot on the line. You guys sound like football players, man. Fighting over your same team, and you know it was a bad call, you know, and you're on the other side, just like, you know, oh yeah, the right does it too, man. Trump supporters are bad at it as well. But the left takes it to another extreme. You guys take it to a dangerous level, and that's what we're talking about, the tipping point of America right now, man. That's the tipping point, man. Both are stupid, but one is just taken to like a level 10 retardation.
Yeah, you will not believe how low they have sunk, but let's start tonight with the leader of the free world facing down demented protesters ruining everyone's dinner. President Trump was at Joe's Stone Crab in DC to enjoy a meal with VP JD Vance. Marco Rubio was there, Pete.
Yeah, I'm sorry what's going on with you guys in Ireland, man. Like, I love Irish people, and that's my heritage, man. You know, like, I'm from the McNeil clan. Yeah, dude. I feel for that stuff, man. Ireland's just being taken over, man. Your heritage and everything is just being, like, almost smeared and wiped away. That's sad, man. Like America doesn't have, like, an old heritage. So it's like, okay, if we lose America, which we're losing it, and it'll just probably be swallowed up by, I don't know, in the future, we'll just call it Black Rock. You know what I'm saying? After the Civil War happens and the robot dogs kill all the humans and AI takes over, we'll just call it Black Rock or JP Morgan or you know, Rothschild land or something like that. I don't know what they're going to call it. Monsanto. You know what I'm saying? It'll be called something different then. But not a lot. There's no heritage that's going to be super lost. What is it like? Oh yeah, pizza and baseball. You know, there's no. I don't know. Nobody thinks about anything. You know, but Ireland, man. You know, like that's a culture, man. That's a people, dude. They're just trying to erase you guys, man. Over there in Europe, man, you guys are just, man, you guys have already lost half. You never even had half your freedom to begin with, man. It's just crazy, dude. I got a lot of friends over there, man, that are just, and you can't even say anything about it, man. Not even allowed to talk.
Hexeth. But it was a lot.
United States of Bill Gates, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't even think he's top dog. He's just a small little fry too, dude. Like they're pawns as well, compared to like, I don't know, man. The Rothschild, J.P. Morgan, those people, those weird old bankers from Europe, man, and Germany. And something to do with the Vatican somehow. The Vatican's in on it too. I don't know how, but they've been around for a long. They got a storage of old knowledge. They're in on it somehow. They got their piece of their fingers in on it.
Long until the usual suspects were ruining everyone's delicious crab meals with their crazed screeching about freeing DC, freeing Palestine, and they were also calling President Trump Hitler.
Tasty tea, do I think there's supernatural elements to it all? Powers or principalities? I don't know, man. Maybe, dude. I've been very spiritual all my life, and I just got religious in the last couple of years, and definitely that I see now that I see this weird thing that's happening, man, all over the world. Yes, man. I'm getting more to where I believe in demons and heaven and hell, and man, the more I looked into I used to not even believe in the Bible. You know, like Jesus wasn't real, just some made up story. And the more I dig around, you're like, no, well, he did live. He was a good person. Oh, the Quran talks about him. Oh, the Chinese talk about Jesus too. Well, man, so he was a real guy. I don't know, man. The more you look at it, the more of a great story it is. I mean, if you don't believe he's the son of God, I mean, it was a pretty cool dude. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's a long answer for your question, but yeah, man. I think so, dude. I'm starting to believe, and I'm starting to believe more into that. It's not so like it's not like the movies are like supernatural or anything like that, but it's like whispers in people's ears. You know what I'm saying? It's that little thing on your shoulder. I mean, that's where it's at, dude. You know, I think. Good question though. I like that. Pawns, so billionaires are pawns too. I think everybody can be a pawn. Like nobody's immune to sin. I don't care where you're at and what your thingy is, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of it's a weird question. Tasty cakes, me too. So finally asked them if they'd seen 2001 when the astronaut was pulling the cards out. Good answer. Prawns. Says prawns. That's funny.
Watch the president walk towards them as they made spectacles of themselves, now international spectacles.
And, you know, I hope these people go on a watch list, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just walks past them. I mean, if he was the Hitler, I mean, you think these people can walk, you think those protesters there would be able to do that to, like, Kim Jong-un or President Xi from China? You think that these guys would be near a sitting table of, gosh, I mean, just pick pick 50% of any other country out there, dude. Like, there would be a problem. You know what I'm saying? At least like an aggressive escort out of the building. If not, you would just disappear. But here they are, man. Look, that's freedom right there. So much freedom that they have to invent a problem. People have it too good over here in America. So good that you have to just invent fucking shit to be mad at, dude. And you're so bored that you're just, I don't know, man. Half the country's worshiping their genitalia or worshiping just a color blue while looking at the other half of the country for worshiping a figment of their imagination, a sky god, or whatever you want to call it, you know? Like, I don't know. I'd rather worship something that tells me to be a good person. I've worshipped myself before. It doesn't get me anywhere. I don't know. It sort of feels good for a little bit, but it gets really old fast worshiping yourself. And I've never worshipped my genitalia. My genitalia usually gets me in trouble. I try not to listen to my genitalia. I couldn't imagine wanting to cut it off either. That's gotta be like, oh man, I just hate this body so much. I mean, there's parts of me that I hate. Some things I wish they were bigger. Some things I wish they were smaller. I don't want to cut anything off. Unless it's cancer. So I do got this weird mole thing. I got a weird mole thing, you know. I'm a juggalo. We don't even fit on the chessboard. I don't know about you guys. You guys are kind of crazy. You're your own little thing too, man. But I'm pretty sure would most juggalos just be pushed into, I don't know. I don't know where you juggalos are at, dude. I'd imagine like a bunch of you juggalos are probably Antifa, like, but at the same time, maybe, is there some divide in juggalo culture, or are you guys all leftists? Or are you on the right? I don't know. That's a very good. I'm intrigued by this, man. Who said that over here? Who's the juggalo? Juggalo Calistero? Yeah, I figured that. You don't have any sides, huh? But are you? I know there's no sides, but are you Antifa though? Are the juggalos into Antifa? I feel like they are, dude. Yeah, ham. I like that ham. Even the gay dudes I know don't press the gay agenda. You know what? I mean, I miss old gay people, man. I miss old gay people. What happened to old gay people, man? They were like cool, man. You wanted them to be your friends. I used to work at a gay bar, man, and I used to DJ at a club called the Bottom Line in Fort Myers, Florida. I had a lot of gay friends. Gay people back in the day knew that it was taboo to be gay. They knew that they were going to get weird looks. They expected, they wanted, they yearned for weird looks. They liked it. They didn't feel victimized by it. They knew it was weird. That was the best thing about. That was probably one of the things that they liked about being gay. Is that they made them, different. Put it in your face. I don't know. Now it's like, imagine. I don't know. I'm trying to think about going back there and seeing them all act like. I don't know. Tabby used to be a cool word. You wanted to be. You wanted to be different. Okay, Juggalo. I see it. You said MAGA Juggalos, Antifa Juggalos, left, right, green. But honestly, most Juggalos don't follow politics. Is there any? I don't know. I'm just assuming that you go to the Juggalo events. But most Juggalos have been to like some events. You know what I'm saying? Is there any? Well, that's a dumb question for me. I was going to ask you if there was any kind of interconflict. But there's interconflict in any group, I guess, man. You get a group big enough, you're going to have like some bad apples and some weird ones that don't really represent the group at all. So I was just about to ask you a dumb question I already know the answer to. So interesting though. It's an interesting topic there. I've had some friends in the Juggalo scene at least a long time ago. I never really was a Juggalo. I've listened to some ICP songs. I don't think I've ever bought an album though. But most of the Juggalos that I know are pretty cool, though, dude. I can't say that I've met one that's angered me or I didn't have a good time with, man. You know, like I'll meet some people at a parties. And I got a friend that's out in Oregon that's maybe was a Juggalo. I mean, would he call himself still a Juggalo? Like an old Juggalo who's got kids now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he went through like a weird Antifa phase too, until he figured out that they were kind of like weirdly brainwashed too. Like, okay, hold on a second, we got to go around being fascist to be anti-fascist. Isn't that fascist? He was actually smart, man. He's from Portland too, dude. So I mean, I'm surprised. Like almost all my Portland friends got swallowed up in that whole crazy fucking West Coast shit out there, man. Shit. I got white friends out there that want to go jump off a building because they're white. They're not even racist, you know. They've been convinced that they're bad people. Yeah, man, Portland's crazy, dude. I feel sorry for Portland. Portland's motto. I used to live there. It was a great city, dude. It had some homeless problems, some heroin problems, like all the fucking West Coast cities. But man, Portland was cool back in the '90s. Now it's like just go ahead and shit anywhere.
Now, here is a hit.
I hope the truth. I mean, I'd like to see the truth come out. I don't know what's going on with Maxine Glasswell, and maybe Trump was there. And if he was, let's get him. Let's get them all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was there or not. I'm not a big Trump fan. I don't fucking know, man. I don't really fucking care. I just don't want to see it happen. And I don't want to hear this thing about, well, he's hidden the files or whatever. You guys had the files for a long time, man. Biden had the files, and he didn't do anything. You think if they could have used something, they would have thrown it out? God, I hate that argument from you guys, dude. It's so fucking dumb, dude. If they had something on him, they'd have fucking used it, man. But use it, by all means. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know Trump personally. I don't like him. He's not my Lord and Savior. I put my trust in no man on either side. I don't like him. I don't like the guy. I think there's better options. My wife's dad would be a better president.
For the diabolically dumb women in that clip. If Trump was Hitler, if he was a modern day dictator, you would never be seen again.
Biden didn't run his campaign on releasing the files, though. I mean, what does that prove? That's kind of a dumb statement, man. I don't know, bro. That's a weird statement to make.
Think you can scream insults to, I don't know, Xi Jinping or Kim Jong-un? If you did, you'd be in a labour camp or dead in quick time. Now to a delightful clash between Tucker Carlson and billionaire and dimwit Mark Cuban. Yes, he's both. Unusual combination, I know. Here they are discussing funding for Ukraine.
Half my family's Ukrainian from my grandparents. And so, personally, I think we should help.
But I don't have a studied answer for you.
How much money have you sent to Ukraine?
None.
Oh, so what do you mean by we? You're the one whose family's from Ukraine. Like, why don't you send them $1 billion?
Because I'm trying to fix healthcare.
Well, why don't you fix their healthcare if you're like so deep? If you think we need to help, why don't you start? How about you first? I notice that's never like even an option for anybody. It's like, we need to help. That's not what charity is. Forcing other people to help is not charity.
Here's a
It's
good
vanity.
That's a really good point that Tucker just did, that the left does a lot, man. Create a problem, invent a solution, but you're not the one to be part of the solution. We're gonna force everybody else to do the work. You know, it's like a social slavery right there. Everybody needs the help. Are you gonna help? No, I'm not me. Just everybody else. Social slavery. That's pretty much what the left is. You guys are a slave to this social idea, and you have to follow it. It's got to be exhausting to be on that side. I mean, like, every single one of your ideas you better line up with, because you got to line up with every single one of them. That's why you guys are like, vote blue no matter what. I don't care if he's a piece of dog shit. I'm voting for him. The guy he wears blue. I'm gonna vote for him. That's why you guys got like Chicago and like, oh man, Lori, Lightfoot. You guys voted for her just because she was blue. What did I do to you? You guys like, just yeah. That's funny. Like, now I'll take the dumb guy that didn't pass his exams for the pilot, please. Why? Because he's a Democrat. The other guy was a Republican. Yeah, but he scored the highest in his class. He's the best pilot out there. Not on my plane. Heart surgeons, same thing. No way. No way. No way the Republican's gonna do heart surgery on me. He was number one in his class, and he's got more heart surgeries under his belt. I don't really care. I'll take the fucking the dipwad over here that failed all of his classes. Let that guy do the heart surgery on me.
Love that. We need more Carlson v. Cuban content in our lives. Now to another clash, but this one was very much one-sided, despite the best efforts of MSNBC host Mika Brzezinski.
You just want to see Tom's name mentioned. Tom Hanks? Yeah, dude. Dude, all my heroes. I bet you there's so many people on there. And it wouldn't surprise me any name that's on there. Trump, Biden, probably Kamala Harris went there. Nicki Minaj probably went out to the island. Neil Young. It wouldn't surprise me. Joe Rogan back in the day was out there. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me any of them. None of these people I idolize. On the right and the left, dude. All of them, man. I'm trying to think of some more people that are on the right, so I'm not picking on the left people, but all of them, dude. I just imagine that it's so big that it's not getting out. Same thing with Diddy, dude. You know, and Diddy was all more on the left side. I think maybe because that's the way they roll. They had Diddy. So Diddy was the Democratic blackmailer, and Epstein was the Republican blackmailer. And they're all in on it. Biden, Kamala Harris, they all went there. Kamala was at the white parties, getting DP'd.